Vachan Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tarpastaya Namah 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 Vishnu Padaya Rastaya Priyatmane Srimad Bhakti-Vedanta Maharaja Sri Krishna Lila Katane Sudaksham Avadaya Madhu Sayushtam Param Varenyam Purushamahantam Narayanam Pampirasa Vidandina Bhakta Shiro Sri Krishna Pada Vyavadaika Chaitanya Lila Sarasara Narayanam Satatam Prapadye Namami Narayana Pada Pankajam Karomi Narayana Janam Sada Padami Narayana Parami Narayana Tattvamayam Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhattara Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Nitai Gaura Riva I often believe those that themselves that the other speak of today. Honorable work of now and each has answered on the now present that future Vaishnava Chatavantano Ram Vancha Kalpataru Bhyacha Krupa Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Please forgive me for the delay. We are in Udupi. This is the pastime place of Sri Madhvacharya, birthplace and the Sri Krishna temple. Very amazing. All our acharyas, even Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also visited. He, uh, the deity is Krishna. This deity is being worshipped by Rukmini, and then later on manifested by Madhvacharya, and then nearby the Balaram also, Padavandeshwar. He revealed Balaram first appeared in a Gopichana, a son of Gopichana. Then Krishna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted this. He took Diksha in his Mata Sampradaya. That's why our Sampradaya is known as Brahma, Madhava, Gaudiya, Vaishnava Sampradaya. Madhava, Brahma, Madhava. Krishna, Brahma, Narad Muni, Vedavyas, and directly Vedavyas to Madhvacharya. Then Padmanabha Tirtha, Narahari Tirtha, Akshabha Tirtha, Jaya Tirtha. Half of our in the list, Bhakti-Vidanta Saraswati Thakur, Guru Parampara, half is from Madhva Sampradaya. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted two principles from Madhva Sampradaya. One is the worship of Krishna, a deity, non-different from the Supreme Lord, Nandananda Nishandananda. That very visible, clearly visible here. And then is the defeat of Mayavada, Kevala Advaitavada, monism. Madhvacharya is very expert on it. He established 5 Nitya Veda, 5 eternal differences. One is the Supreme Lord and living entity. Now there is a difference. Supreme Lord and the inert matter. There is a difference. And there is a difference between living entity and another living entity. And there is a difference between living entity and inert. And there is a difference between within an inert and another inert matter. Like Bhakti Rakshak Siddhamar message. There are no two identical electrons. You go to that extent. Of course, there are no two identical atoms. That science admits that. There are no two electrons having the same quantum state within an atom. It is well accepted. No two people have same fingerprint. Right? No two leaves identical. No two snowflakes. How much snow happens in the Western countries? Millions of years ago, million years to come. No two flakes becomes identical. Yeah, scientists admit that. So, can I imagine the fingerprint, DNA, see, it's all coming out of us. So, it shows that what a amazing thing. Incomprehensible. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called it achintya, beyond our mental conception, these things. How it does. Amazing. So, his pastimes play. And Madhvacharya is still there. Like today I'm showing here, he disappeared. They put a light there. The way he disappeared, he was doing Harikatha, Upanishad. Then demigods put flowers on, covered him. And then when they took the flowers, he no longer visible. So he went to Bhaginath, Upper Bhaginath. He's still there with Kedarnath. Madhvacharya is still there. And later on, Vadiraj, after 200 years later, he went there, he had a darshan. And he's also the student. So like that, it's amazing. Incarnation of Human and Bhima was very. And he Ekadasi, he published, he brought out a scripture, Krishna now, like that on Ekadasi. About more than 70 slokas. Very amazing stuff. Ekadasi. So, very fortunate we be here today. So, back to Jagannath Ratra. First July, Kadavasila, Shamanam Prabhu, Satyanta. It is Makreshwar Pandit. Then 9th July, Srivas Pandit Satyanta. 10th July, 11th is Ekadasi. So, yeah, 2 days, okay. So, if there's any confusion, both days you take fruits like that. You can break and cross. No problem. And the, like in India, it is Bangalore, Mumbai, all these are camps. 7th is like Navadvip, Assam, Bengal. There's a doubt in between, then it will. Then 16th July is Jagannath Yatra. Then, then September, 28th August is Baladev's appearance, 4th September. Then Radhastami, 19th September. Then 26th October is the beginning of Kartik. 24th November it ends. Now in the Bṛhad-bhāgavatāmṛta, the Krishna gave 2 boons to Narada-muni. And whoever visits or hears or discusses or touches the pastime place of Krishna, touches. It can be touching, meaning not physically touching, by through your ear, eyes, in any way, with faith, then patience or time. How was Krishna's lotus? So Krishna blessed it. Then Narada-muni went to the Sangama place, Triveni Sangama. That's where he started. There the Vaishnava Brahmanas were waiting. Because Narada-muni, he started his search from there, who is the greatest recipient of Krishna's speech. From there he went, the Brahmana was there, then the king, then Indra, Brahma, Shiva, Prahlad, Hanuman, Pandava, Yadava, Uddhava, and then to Gopis, right? Gopis. So, Krishna himself is telling about it. So he went back and then described his experience to all those Vaishnavas. After hearing this, they immediately gave up worship of these, whatever they were worshipping before. Impersonalism, karma kanda, jnana kanda. They became devotees and they became successful. So, you can see they didn't have to go through what harmony went. And they didn't have to do so much austerity. Just they listened to Narmani, experience, and had faith in him, what he described, and to attain their perfection. See, how simple. Not much sadhana. So, that is an example of mass sadhu sangha, how harmony is association. So, same way, in the second canto, we see here, Gopakumar telling this Mathura Brahmana after attaining the Gopal mantra. Just by Gopal mantra chanting, he used to go, every place. Jagannath Puri became king of Jagannath Puri because he thought he's serving so nicely, this and that. Then he understood the problem of king. Could not dedicate full time and also so much worry. That. So then he gave up. Then even he became Indra. Understood. Wow. So much again. Then Brahma also became. Like that, he understood the problem and he traveled all around. So, met Lord Shiva also, went to Vaikunta, go to a later. But our thinking is, then later on, Sarupa meets with his Mathura Brahmana. He says, in Sarupa is Sarupa. He is Gopala, not going around. Why he is telling this Mathura Brahmana? Just like Narmani. Remember Narmani going all around. He is describing to the Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, at the Triveni Sangha. So same way, this Brahman, this Gopal, Gopakumara, is telling his to this Brahman. So then he's telling, his question was, what is the sadhana and sadhya? What is my sadhya? What is the goal of my life? And what is how to achieve that goal, right? Sadhya. What is our goal? Sadhana, how to achieve it? Sadhana. That was, so after going all these things, he was sadhya and how did he get it? So then he was not so convincing, but then he was telling, we have the mercy of Radharani. And because Radharani's mercy is there, we have the mercy of Krishna also. So how do we know he has the mercy of Radharani? So That's why he is asking how it is possible. Because he is describing all these things, even though he has not himself experiencing, but he's telling all these things because inspiration of Radha. These things are not to be told, but he's telling because of that. So that is the reason why, Radha. So now he's telling Radhika's Ajna, because he attained the order of Radharani, became very pleased and very quickly, before Krishna went to the forest, even giving up the association of Krishna, he has come here. Why? Compared to the happiness you get by the association of Krishna, following Radharani's order is actually more favorable or essential. Because by following Radharani's order, Sri Krishna will be pleased and he'll be attracted. He'll be much pleased. Even if he give up the association of Krishna, try to follow Radharani's order, try to be more pleased. So, because of that, the happiness you attained by Krishna's later on will be even more. Then Parikshit Maharaj is telling, oh mother, like this, he tried to convince him. Even then, in the heart of that Brahmana, he saw that prema sampatti, the wealth of prema has not appeared. Then what he did is, he put his feet, the hand on top of the head of Brahmana. Then immediately came within a second, by the mercy of Sarup, Gopakumara, in the heart of Brahmana, all those inspiration, all those experience, all those realization that this Sarup, this Gopakumara had it. He understood, he attained Sarupa. By whatever Sarupa experience, this Brahman also experienced by putting his head on his hand on his head. So now Parikshit Maharaj is telling Satyastasya Spurari Chatte Svanubhukta Ina Sri Sarupanubhutam Yat Krupaya Tan Mahatman. So Sri Sarupdana through Sarupa. See, there are two people, Swarupa and Sarupa. Sarupa is Gopakumar. Sarup Damodar, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lalita, Krishna's pastime. So when Sarup put his hand on the head of Brahmana. Same within a second, by the mercy of Prabhupada, he experienced all the tattvas in the heart of Brahmana. Just like as if the Brahmana himself experienced all that. So, so in this way, Mahatpurusha Sangha, Mahatpurusha Sangha, association of the Mahat, greatest personalities, Mahabharata. So like this, it is very amazing, most amazing, not ordinary amazing, most amazing. By the influence of that, the Brahmana, within a second, he attained, he became completely achieved its Sankhya and not time. So in this way, Sanatana Goswami most 8 pages in start with his commentary. So Gurudev also he was very stressed on this. Many classes just on. So suppose if you if you raise an objection, okay, discussion. So from there we can understand so many truths, Bhagavatam, and also Bṛhad-bhāgavatāmṛta. So and then it also brings out the importance of sadhusanga, or sadhusanga. So from different angles. So if you raise an objection, suppose if somebody has an objection, so that that Gopakumara did so much. He did so much. Now the Gopakumara is so much effort, so much more here. And then, and also with the special mercy of Krishna, that Gopakumara, it took a long time. You remember, he traveled, he became a king of Jagannath Puri. Indra, Brahma, so much effort and all that. And later on, finally, he attained association. So it took a long time, so much effort. But then that same, what he achieved, this Brahmana, he did not have to try anything. He did not no effort. Understand? The Swarupa, the Gopakumara, put his hand on his head, very few association, very little time. Then how it is possible? Very quickly attained. What is possible? So that's why Parikshit Maharaj will describe this Mahat, meaning in reality, the association of the great personality, Mahat Purusha, it is the greatness of that association of the Mahapurusha. And the fruit of that is this Brahmana without doing any sadhana, just like this Sarupa, he attained the love, the prema. Yeah, his life became successful. So if you ask the question, how is it possible? How is it possible? That's why he's saying Param Adbhuta, most Ashtanga. So he's telling, don't doubt it. You know why? Because that is the greatness of the association of the Mahatpurusha. And it is so amazing and it's beyond logic. And through that, everything is possible. That's why in the third canto, the Srimad Bhagavatam, Dehahuti is telling. So, unknowingly, if you associate with the asadu, meaning bad people, then what happens? We attain samsara padana, imprisonment by this samsara. Same association, if you have done with the sadhu purushas, that is nissangatva, meaning that becomes reason for the liberation. So the meaning is that without knowledge, unknowingly, or because we don't have proper intelligence, unknowingly or without intelligence, if we associate with some bad people, asadu, like eating, drinking and all that, then we get imprisoned in the samsara. If that same sangha association, unknowingly, if it happens with the sadhus, then this sangha, meaning we attain vairagya, renunciation from the, then or we give up the expectation of the fruits, we attain the love. Is possible. So Vasishtha Muni also, he has told like this. सर्वदा साधुओं के समीप जाना, यदि वे तुम्हें कोई उपदेश ना भी दे तो भी उनके समीप ही रहना, क्योंकि उनकी स्वाभाविक बातें भी तुम्हारे लिए उपदेश स्वरूप. Meaning, Vasishtha Muni is telling you should approach, you should stay in sadhus side, even if they give you instruction or not, because even ordinary talks from them, it is just like instruction for you, even if they are ordinary talks also. So, like this, by the meeting of these devotees, even in a heart which has no bhakti at all, zero bhakti, pure in bhakti rasa, starts moving. So, his heart becomes eternal, full of ananda, becomes very paripurna. Like this, Mruta, the dead being, becomes Amruta. See, Mruta and Amruta. Amruta you must have heard. Amruta, right? Concentrate, attention. Amruta. In the context, Mruta meaning dead also. Mruta, Amruta. So, by Amruta, even the dead person becomes alive. Like that. Equivalent to this dead body in this Matya Deha. That the body is already dead. Why it appear like it is living? Because of the presence of this soul. Otherwise, it is dead. Like, for example, TV or anything, or like, they're not, then only becomes alive. Otherwise, it is dead. It is not. You turn it off, meaning you power it off. Suppose you remove the battery from the mobile, what happens? put on the battery, connect battery, comes online. So, like that battery is like so. Even if it is sleeping, even if it is slowly sleeping, inactive, still the body gets melted. That is the problem. Imagine if the soul wakes up. So, it's Amrita. Mrita, Amrita. Huh? It becomes Mrita, meaning the one dead person also becomes Amrita. Okay. So, Bhakti-Vidya. So that means by the association, the difficulty that comes in the path of bhakti also gets destroyed. And the bhakti. In the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Vidura and Maitreya. Vidura is telling Maitreya Muni, just like you, the sadhus. Vidura is telling Maitreya, oh Maitreya, the sadhus like you, by doing seva, you will protest. But Kutastha Bhagwan, Madhusudan. Kutastha. Kuta meaning not moving, immovable. Okay. Madhusudana. At the lotus feet of Madhusudana, Ekantik, one pointed, Prema Rupi. So, Prema, Ustava, meaning, celebration. So much like so the lotus feet appear, and then at the side effect, samsara bandhan, the imprisonment by samsara also will get destroyed. That is the side effect. Side effect of our imprisonment in mundane gets destroyed. And the main thing is the love of the important state. Yes. So, so just like giving example of Anna Kuta, Kutastha. See, they amazing. These are Acharya. Kutastha meaning immovable. And also Kuta meaning another meaning. Anna Kuta. The Govardhan Parvat. Malvendra Puri established Govardhan, right? On top of the Govardhan. Then he did Annakuta. So much celebration. So it's called Annakuta. So, meaning one who is famous by that Annakuta, that is Sri Krishna. It's like. And we attain Bhakti often. Nirantara, unbroken love. So, and also, Tunirva, Pasana. If you attain even to the level of how the Vrajagopis in the Rasa Leela, they Singulacharana to destroy unlimited suffering. Or in the another meaning, Rasalila Nritya, dancing in the night. And also in that singing. So that Sharana Kamala, once it's taken suffering of heart, all is suffering. And then our attachment or attraction for other objects of senses will get destroyed. Kapila Muni also is describing by the association of sadhus, Kapila Muni, Bhagavatam, third canto, describing the association of sadhus. What happened? In the association of sadhus, uh, they describe my glories. Krishna's glories they are talking these sadhus. So, uh, through that, through heart and our ear, they are describing the pastimes of Krishna so nicely. It becomes very dear to our heart and also it looks nice for our ear. So, through that pastime, by serving the pastime. So, how do you serve the pastime? By hearing. So, we are by hearing, we are serving that pastime. So, everything is service. Very quickly, this avidya, you know, this darkness of ignorance. So it will get removed. Then Shraddha, Rati, and Prema Bhakti in that Kamasha, that Kama, in that order. Shraddha, strong faith. Then Rati, and then Prema. So the meaning is that by the association, by meeting of these sadhus, the heart and the ear, rasayana, like medicine, rasayana, then meaning it is very bringing happiness. So, and then his glorious pastime. And these the Mahatma discussed by the service of that. Very quickly, the darkness of ignorance becomes removed, and then you attain the liberation, the path of liberation. So with that, he attained faith, afterwards love, then devotion, like Seva Nishtha, how faith in service gradually appears. So, because why is telling it? Bhaktya sanjaya sanjataya bhaktya. Bhaktya sanjataya bhakta. Bhaktya sanjataya bhaktya. Meaning from bhakti, bhakti is produced through this logic. Uh, so we understand it. Love, bhakti is the fruit of bhakti. So main thing is bhaktya sanjataya bhaktya. From bhakti, bhakti takes birth. So, mango seed, mango appears. Mango. So that's why once we associate with one who has bhakti. Okay. So Dhruva in both Brahma, the Bhagavatam, He Ananta, O Unlimited One. O Ananta, please bless me so that I will have the association of these sadhu. By um, by their influence, your great qualities and the pastime. It's like Amrita, huh? It's all like thinking. I become unmatta, meaning I get drowned, I get intoxicated. Huh? So let me get intoxicated by the pastime, hearing your pastime. Huh? Huh. Then without any difficulty, huh? uh, I will become free from this very attentive dukkha mode, very miserable, highest miserable is, and very fearful, this material world, material huh? samsara. Huh? How I can cross over this power samsara. Try to see that. See, dukkha mode is atyanta, meaning highest suffering, and then very fearful of our experience. You meditate on, is it not? Most difficulty suffering. And also, oh, yes, fear, always what happened, how it will happen, how family members deal with us, or at the workplace, associates, and always. Nobody trusts, nobody. Right. So, and this, this becomes, the more we get attached to this body, all this more suffering. And then it becomes more fearful. Huh? So how we can become free from this? How we can cross over this power saga? That's why Dhruva Maharaj is telling, oh Lord, give me, bless me so that I will have association with those great personalities who will be describing your qualities and pastime. That I attain Amrut, I become intoxicated in Amrita, and then easily cross over the power saga. Cause so much suffering and fear. Huh? Yeah, Ananta, one who does non-stop attention to you, like this pure conscious Mahapurusha, associating with them, that is real association. But if we say so, Surya Purusha, why I did not pray for that? I'm telling by the side effect of bhakti, right? Side effect. Moksha, the liberation itself, it's there, it comes there. That's why Dhruva Maharaj is telling. I will attain by the association of the great person as is nowadays. But they are not as great. And then very unknowingly, very easily I will cross over this. Very difficult, very fearful, also suffering of sorrow and emotional depression. Just like, he's giving another example. One who is interested in Madhupan, like drinking this mudhu, the honey. Uh, his main goal is to taste the mudhu, sweetness. But the secondary thing is, if he has a cold, that will get relief. So that is the like side of same way. At the feet of Bhagavan, the devotion at the lotus. So hearing that Bhakti, Sudha, Amrut is main thing. But that time would be other side of. Now in the Shiva, Lord Shiva in the fourth canto, he is telling. See, Sanatana Goswami is stressing the importance of the past sadhu sangha by different places, Srimad Bhagavatam, convincing her. Look, the most important thing is. So in this way, Lord Shiva is telling, even for half a second, if we associate with the Mahabhagavad, Premi Bhaktas, but you would love, even half a second, if we able to get that, in front of them, the Sparga, like Indra's place, and moksha and liberation is nothing. I consider nothing. Then what to speak of this very low happiness on this Bhakti-Loka. Hey Prabhu, so Lord, at the lotus feet of your two lotus feet, you go like that. Your lotus feet, it will destroy all sins. So in the internal form, like your kirti, internally, kirti rupa, kirtana, and outside, Ganga kirtana, taking back into that. Through which they will wash away their sin. One who is internally and externally has become pure, such a living entity. The mercy that without attachment or hatred, so consciousness without attachment or hatred, the simplicity, all these qualities of that kind of devotee association should always try to get it. Then only we get the Drishtigotara, your mercy will manifest. So that's why I always desire, even for half a second, let my association of the great devotees of the Lord. I do not desire even for liberation. I desire only for the half a second of association. Lord Shiva is telling. So, and also in the fifth canto, Rahuguna, Bharat Muni, Bharata, he is giving instruction, right? The fifth canto, Guna. Remember Bharata, Jala Bharata. Before he was King Bharata, then he became a deer because he attacked the deer, baby deer, and then he forgot his sadhana. His bhakti was not lost. So then he was remembering deer and he became a deer. Krishna put him into such situation to teach us, okay? Wow, be careful what you think of at the time of death, what you become achieve. So that's why we have to practice from now. If you say, no, 2 minutes before I leave this body, I will think of Krishna. But at the time of death, you'll have so much pain, like imagine it's a 1,000 this scorpion bite. And you collect one scorpion bite and bite, we forget everything. Oh, this much pain. Oh. And I think Krishna's name will come so easily. Imagine 1,000 scorpions fighting at that time. How we can do that? So intense. Pain will be there. And then we will be playing, oh, this happened because of this, your mind going crazy. Finding fault in others. Mind business is find fault in others, and it wants you to keep engaged in this material world. The mind business is how to keep you imprisoned in this material. So that's why it is the most in the 11th canto, Bhagavatam. Krishna himself is telling. Mind form is Bhoga Buddhi, giant energy. And then the group of all inauspicious, whatever inauspiciousness is there in our world, it will be fine. That's why, remember, we discussed last week, what is mind? Mind manifests, becomes powerful to the extent soul is sleeping, understand? Soul is sleeping, mind becomes. And the behavior is opposite of the soul. Soul wants to love Krishna, do service to Krishna. The opposite is no service to Krishna, service to himself, enjoying himself. This is like a darkness and light, right? Light removes the fear. Darkness increases the fear. Because we might fear of snakes, scorpions, and we getting hurt. So it's the opposite. But what is the darkness? Absence of light. Get it? So if we understand that, it becomes easy. So that's why Shiva is the Bharata. Bharata is the instruction to Aruna. Hey Aruna, Mahapurusha, unless you faith at the dust of the lotus feet of Bhakti-Vidanta, if you do only the tapa, yajna, Vedic karma, you give charity, you take care of guests, whatever you do, all those dharma, study of Vedas, and are the worshipping the water, fire, Surya, whatever sadhana, whatever other practices, you will not attain the truth about Bhagavan only with the position of sadhana. Who is telling this? Bhakti-Vidanta Dandi Maharaja. So, the reason is, in Mahabharata, the associate Mahabharata, Vishaya Prasanga, meaning, the news about this mundane objects. They look at internet news or the newspaper, especially New York Times. How many pages? Especially Sunday. Oh, probably weighs 1 or 2 kgs, right? Newspaper so thick, weighing so much, all topics. Okay, make you other news. And how much trees are wasted? It was Sunday. So sickening. So, but people are so much interested. That happened, this happened, that happened. Our Acharya said, newspaper is basically what? Uh, what you, uh, what do you call it? The, not coughing, huh? Not you, no, the things comes out of your stomach. Uh, what is that? Throw up. Yeah, you throw up, you suppose you eat something bad. Our system tries to get rid of it by throwing up, right? Throwing up something that we have eaten bad. So newspaper is just like that compared to what has been thrown out by this people. Anyway, so by constant hearing the qualities of Krishna, the the desire to hear or Vishyavarta will get it will get destroyed. It will get destroyed. No desire to read newspaper, you will get destroyed by hearing the pastimes of Krishna. That's why Bhakti-Vidanta Saraswati Thakur started a newspaper on the spiritual. What a great person. He was actually published it, not just talking. He used to publish every day. He used to come. Allah, hey, he said, material world is only 1/4. Spiritual world is 3/4. You will never run out of matter for spiritual discussion. So, like that. Or, see, worshipping Jala, it's not like. So, when we worshipping water, meaning this This Jaladikari Devata, Varna. See what the Varna did. In the Aristotle Devata of the sea, ocean. We will not attain Vasudeva. Because why? You remember this Varna imprisoned Nanda Maharaj. It says he committed offense. So he asked forgiveness. So in other words, it will be waste of time. Only by the mercy of Mahabharata, not through tapasya or these other sadhana. Because they will be incapable of attaining. Why? Is Uttama Shloka, by description of the great qualities, factors of Krishna, to destroy this tama, agna. So, and in the fifth canto again continuing, King Rahuguna is telling Sri Bharata. Rahuguna is telling Bharata, oh, this human form of life is the highest, is the best among all other species of life. Even the demigod, the heavenly planet, what is the use becoming a demigod? Where where the Rishikesh, how by glorifying the Lord, how we get purified or Attaka, there don't get mass Purushas in the heavenly planet. Only it happens in the human form of life. All this human form of life, it brings greatness compared to all other. That's why what is the use of becoming a demigod? No use at all. Because you don't get association. Why? In that there, you are involved in the Bhoga, Vishaya Bhoga, Jai. So much Jai. Become attracted in that. So it is very difficult for them, Mahapurush. Why Mahapurusha, they go to this class in holy places. Holy places. Because why? They purify this class. That's why they only travel this planet. But there's so many holy people. These great Mahabhagavats travel there. Take it, Nagmuni, he is spending more time here. Even Devatas, he remember Indra, how many times he offended his Guru, Brihaspati. One time, Indra was celebrating They're drinking. It's also a mode of goodness drinking. Here's the thing, just like human here is mode of ignorance and passion drinking. There is the mode of goodness. What is the difference? So he forgets that. And then Brospati came and he's asking, why did we come at this time when we are celebrating? He did not find any other better time. Then he went away. Imagine doing nothing. Then what happened? He lost. Demons came and inspired. So, as joy till destroyed. So, that's why that's why you do not find Baba. Because they don't respect, they look down upon. They are the highest, but they look down. So that's why there's no, it's a waste of time. That's why this Gopakumara becoming Indra, he said, forget it. Don't want it, even if he can preach. Even as a Brahma, he doesn't want it. So that's why he's designing human form of life, especially association of Mahatma. Now Prahlad Maharaj, the seventh canto, telling, till then, one who is always engaged in the fulfilling the senses, desires of the senses, serving the senses. One who is immersed in the sense gratification. Yeah. So, if he is engaged in that, then how to get it for them? Niskinchanata, one who is free from the object of senses, Paramahamsa, Mahavishnu. Unless the one who takes bath at the dust of the lotus feet, till then they will not attain their consciousness at the lotus feet of Krishna. It's not touch them. So his intelligence will not go there. That's why their their anartha, misgiving, and then this desire to continue in the samsara will not get destroyed. So that means one whose internal consciousness has become contaminated by this enjoying tendency. Those persons will not only they can attain love at the lotus feet is through Apurusha's association. So that's why those people who are contaminated in heart, the conscious, the desire to continue in some heart, they cannot touch the lotus feet of That's why it's kinshana. People who are free from identifying with this object of sense, and then desiring to have devotion at the lotus. They have no expectation. Those kind of great personality. We have to take. They will not take taking at their dust of equators. By starting, of the Mahapurusha mercy. That's why they cannot discuss or understand this truth. In the 10th canto, Madhu Muchukunda is describing, "Oh Achyuta, oh infallible one, the living entity from time immemorial is going around this birth and death. Then when the time comes to get out of that cycle, birth and death, that time he attained this good association, satsang. So from the very second he attained the good association, to same time, he attained out at the lotus feet of is controlling the karya, the cause and effect, controller of cause and effect. Oh Achita, by your mercy, when the time comes to destroy this cycle of birth and death, then we attain the associate causes. And by their influence, so the samsara will be vision gets destroyed. Not only what is destruction, he even attained love worshipper. So that's what my way. So Kunda is saying, hold on. Let me have association of your faith. So in the 11th canto, the Bhagavan himself is described by worshipping Agni Deva, by taking shelter of Agni. How he becomes free from the cold, fear, and the fear of darkness, suffering, goes far away. So same way by serving the sadhus or by taking shelter, the karma janata, karma, so activities, the fear of samsara, and the root of that is ignorance. It can strike. Just like the boat, very strong boat. For a person who is getting immersed in the water, drowning in the water, for him, the strong boat is the greatest ashray. And the person is drowning in the water, if he takes shelter of the boat, that is the best. Same way, it's very peaceful, sadhana, very peaceful. The stately people are like a boat for the people who are this very fearful samsara, high and low first. You know, Paramahansa. So, just like the rice, the food, how it is the source of life, right? Living it. So, say, the people who are suffering, the people who are being immersed in the samsara cycle, so much fear and anxiety of these sadhus are the factor. When the Surya Deva, when he is fully risen, then what happens? Only will you will see from our external lives, right? Clearly, external lives, we can clearly see when the sun fully comes up. But the sadhu, what the difference is? Sadhu is good, normal. They will destroy the inner darkness of ignorance. Sun destroys only the outside, inner illness. But sadhu is good. Once you do inner, you also doing outside. So, because why it's relationship. Sadhu gives what is fear. Only thing you have to fear about is your own mind. Remember the seventh canto. Who are the cause of our suffering? Not that person, not this person, not the demigods, not the planets, not the time factor, only your own mind. So that's knowledge. So they are free from time side. So that's why your Hitaishi Bhātava is a relative desires for auspicious. There's so many relatives, I think all of them desire auspicious for normally devoid. Relative meaning they will cause problems. Take any society. They hatred narratives. They talk something, but inside they are everybody has experienced it. But the sadhus are Hitaishi Bhātava, your most well-wisher. Relative. They are own Atma, I can say. What more I can tell them? I serve and hearing in the form of sadhu. Krishna is telling sadhu, Krishna. They are not different from me. I fear for them. So the meaning is Bhagavan how the five, we take chapter 5 to become in the fold darkness. And then the fear of this snake, Naranja. Same way, by serving the sadhu, Karmanyata, come darkness, this comes, samsara, fear of samsara. And the root of that is this ignorance. Ignorance about the greatness of the Bhagavad Bhakti. He was ignorant of all these things. So, Radha Goswami keeps going. So, in 11th canto, again, Lord is telling the soul, Hey, Yadunandan Uddhava, you are my servant, my friend, you are my well-wisher. That's why I'm telling you the most secret thing. By that, you can understand the truth. Listen to this. Like this, Lord takes a vow. And he is telling, Hey Uddhava, satsang, the pure sadhu sangha. It will destroy all kinds of attachment to this world. That's why of this satsanga, it will attract, it will capture me. So, for this yoga, sankhya, dharma, swata, tapa, tyaga, ishta, almost swata, yajna, sannati, yatra, yama. So all those will not attract me, will not control me, like this satsanga. Correct. Correct. Uddhava. So meaning is the day satsangam, this holy association. The way it captures me, so no other way. Sankhya, it will not attract me, it will not please me. So any other things, we can open up, well, play, build so many things. All those charities, it will not. Taking Bṛhad-bhāgavatāmṛta, all that. So, God is telling, I was thinking this is probably the longest term. He's analyzing it so many things. What is the essence? Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha. Sarva Shastra. Navamatra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi. Sadhu Sangha. Most important thing, Sadhu Sangha. So, we will continue next time. Please forgive me again for the Vacha Kalpatarupyascha Rupa Siddhuti Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Now this Saturday, from Friday we will travel. So I have to record. So Saturday program we will do on Monday.
Okay, Gurudev.
Again. Okay. Please bear with me.
No problem, Gurudev.
Okay. Great. Okay. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam.
Dandavat pranam, Gurudev. Thank you.
Pranam, Gurudev.
Dandavat pranam, Gurudev.
Patitanam
Dandavat
Pavanebhyo
pranam, Gurudev.
Vaishnavebhyo